Howdy folks, this is Jethro. I just wanted to come on and do a quick update on where I'm at on my Pro Street group build, and I had a couple of people ask about kind of doing a little how-to on this thing. I'm going to try my best on that. I'm not real good at the how-to videos. I just kind of do it as I go and don't really think much about it, but I'm doing a 4-link suspension, and I'm going to go with a coilover, so I'm going to show as I go with that, especially what I'm doing. I mean, I got the frame I just did out of rectangular tubing. I actually ended up with square this plastic from what is it? It's the styrene from Evergreen. I got square tubing here, and I got some square stock there. And basically, I took the square stock and I doubled it up to make rectangular. I don't know if that's coming out at all, if you can even see that, but basically I just stacked this up and glued it together to make the rectangular. And I'm going to make my trailing arms out of the square stock. It's a little 60 thousandths. I would like it to be a little bit thicker than that, but that's what I got, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to run it in here and do my lowers there. And for the mounts, I was also going to show you what I did to make these mounts. It's actually pretty easy. They're just a little, I don't know, it's going to be hard to see that, but you kind of see how that is. It's just a little U-shaped, almost like a piece of channel. So what I did to make that, I'll show you real quick. To make those, it was pretty easy. I take the square tubing. This is a 3/16 square tubing. And basically I just cut with my little flat snips. I just cut a little angle there, cut a little bit in there. I bend this up and break it off, and then just kind of snip down this side and this side, and there you pretty much got a little channel. You can use those for the trailing arm mounts or the spring perches, whatever you want to do. And I kind of just cut a little angle, just snipped the little angles here, and then sanded it with the emery board. Just run along here and sand it off here and just round it off a little bit. That's kind of what I did there. I'm going to go ahead and get to work on that, and I'll come up with another video as I get to the top, and I'll show you what I do up there. Alright, well, it looks like made a pretty good amount of progress since the last video. What I'm working on here is the rear suspension, and I've got the trailing arms all done. Try and hold this up so you can see, and I'll point out some stuff. Got the trailing arms all done. The mounts are in there and glued in. The trailing arms are in there. These are my mounts for my coilover shocks. And then I'll turn that over, and the top of it here, I got the upper trailing arms, all the mounts glued in there. This here is the mount for the upper mount for my coilovers. So got all of that in place and secured in there. Looking pretty good. Still got to work on all the sheet metal and all of that, but I'm pretty happy with where I'm at on it so far. It's I think come out pretty good for a first go at it here. So I'm gonna keep on working at it. I got a bunch of springs and shocks in my little bowl here, trying to keep track of what I'm gonna use for that. I've got it pretty close to figured out. I got to keep working on that. Got some several different spring and shock combinations I've tried out, and I think I've narrowed it down there. I got to just work on the springs. Basically the springs I get out of that's just out of a ballpoint pen. I cut them down a little bit, and I can get it to go on there on my little pointer here. That's just a little spring out of a ballpoint pen. I'm going to use that and some shocks out of the parts box, and try to see if we can make that happen. But that's really about where I'm at on this thing. I'm going to keep working on that. I got some little bit of final sanding and trimming work on that to do, and finish up my coilovers. And then next up I'm going to work on is my body work. I got I'm working on getting the nose cone on there and everything, and that doesn't, as I'm sure most of you have heard, if you haven't tried this, that's a little challenging to get that to fit on there. What I'm thinking about doing, because this is kind of in the way you put the extensions on it, they're out too far. And this valance, I'm not sure if that's supposed to stay there or not. In the instructions, one place it shows it, another place it shows it's gone. So when I do it, it's going to be gone, because I'm going to cut the lower fenders here and here and remove all of that, and then I'll put the extenders on there and get my wheel opening to fit right, and then I'll do the rest of it. But that's for another day. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's where I'm at on my suspension. 4-link. The one thing about it, there is a difference, two different types of 4-link suspension. This is the triangulated type, where the upper trailing arms are at an angle. That helps keep the rear end centered, keep the car from wanting to wag back and forth. With the parallels, you got to run a stabilizer bar or a panhard bar. If you angle these, that kind of keeps the rear end in place. So I just chose to go with that one. That's more of a conventional, like a standard production car would have something closer to that. But that's where I'm at on it. I'm really enjoying this. It's been a lot of fun. So hope you all are enjoying following along with me, and I'll be back with another video when I get some more work done. I want to thank you all for watching the videos. Thank all my subscribers for hanging in there with me, and numbers are growing a little bit slowly, but that's good. As I'm real happy with where I'm at in my channel right now, and I appreciate you guys watching the videos. I really appreciate the comments and the interaction. I really enjoy that part of it. That's probably my favorite part of the whole thing, is interacting with all you guys. So you guys just keep up the good work on your videos, and hope you all are doing well. This is Jethro, over and out.